Hey friends, let's try to design something interesting today. I have given the short a video on this one under YouTube Shorts. I know this has been a long waiting video, guys, and where I have created this beautiful looking UI, and this is like a music app. I just took it as dummy content altogether. In this section, I'm just trying to teach how I go through the process to create this beautiful looking UI, like how I created this animating element and how I created this element too, which is kind of a breathing item here, and this one also I'm just creating to show you guys how these are actually animating. All right, so without a delay, let's get started designing together. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel Design with Pramod. Let's do designing together. In today's session, let's try to learn UI design in Figma. Alright guys, we are into tool now, and let's try to pick a frame by clicking F key from my keyboard. I'll be bringing that frame option, and if you see here, right, and from here what I'll do, I'll just try to pick this frame that is like iPhone 16 Pro, and that is our frame. All right, and what we had kind of a gradient in the background, right? So let's try to have that as a linear gradient, and this is our linear gradient. All right, and what I'll do, I'll try to pick this as a kind of a angled linear gradient, and for that what I'll do, and the first color what I am picking is this one, where 60375C is my first color, and this is like coming from the top to bottom. And the second color what I'll be picking, that is like this darker one, and from here I'll just try to pick this color. I have these colors into my different palette. All right, so I have given these colors here, and now it looks little this way, right? So I'm trying to adjust this one here this way, and let's go and try to make it little darker at the bottom and try to have little shadier look at the bottom. All right, and this is our linear gradient color. All right, let's try to preview this one by clicking on Shift and space bar. That is our shortcut to preview our UI, and this is how it looks and looks better. All right, and now let's try to create the animation, and that is our first element from our section. Let's try to have this circular element here at the center. All right, so by clicking on O, I'll try to draw one circular item, and the height can be random for now, and I'll just lock this aspect ratio, and this is newly came into the Figma. All right, and that will be 200 pixel for me, and that is one color, where I'll just pick the darker version of this color little here somewhere. All right, and that is our one color, and I'll just duplicate one more item from here, and that is our background color. All right, so I'll just increase the size of this one, and I'll try to have this color here, and that is our little lighter color. All right, and these two colors are now looking this way. All right, and let's try to increase its width and height of this inner circle. One more item what I want to bring here, that is like inner circle that will be having some gradient border. Let's try to add stroke on this one too, and have that stroke to linear gradient, and let's try to have this one somewhere here, and let's try to pick these color to little funky looking color. All right, so that could be this way, and let's try to increase its weight to 2 pixel maybe. Yeah, that should be good, and this is the item, and let's try to color this to darker black or little bluish this way. And yeah, so I'm not liking this red color, so I'm just trying to change this color to somewhere here like magenta color towards this side. All right, so that is our first color. I have that palette ready somewhere and I have defined that one into my different project. I'm just copying from there, and from here I'm just copying and pasting the second color, that is this one. And all right, now it is looking better, and let's try to have this little lighter color somewhere around this way. All right, that looks okay to me. And let's try to have the gradient color on this one too. All right, so now it is looking better. And for this one also I would like to have linear gradient, and that could be little darker towards this side. And I just want to make the light is coming from this side. All right, so let me go towards this shade and maybe this way. This looks good. And let's try to change this color to somewhere this light maybe. Yeah, and effect wise let me have some inner shadow, and that could be little blurry from this side. All right, now this is looking better, and let me try to have some animating item inside it. Now what we want to do, we want to take the same size of the circle outside. I'll do copy and paste here. All right, so we have this circle, and let's try to remove the inner shadow, and by clicking on this icon I would like to cut this item somewhere around here. All right, and that is our triangle, and I would love to have this one cut here, and I want to have some corner radius to 10 pixel. That is looking good. So what I want to do, I want to actually animate this one here, and that could be having little brighter color maybe. All right, so this is our animating element, and the secondary item whatever we have here. Yeah, so this is, maybe let's have some complementary color for now on this one. All right, so somewhere around this way. And yeah, so let's go and try to put here and try to arrange somewhere here. Let's try to have these element outside. All right, so let's go and try to arrange them into the center aligned, and let's group these together. And you see that, right, it is actually tracking, and it is actually helpful for us to animate this one sweetly. All right, this is our element, and let's try to go here and try to add here. All right, this is our first element, and let's group these together by clicking on Option Command G. That group will be done. Maybe under the frame, that should be good, and whenever we rotate it should be tracking. All right, so this is how it is looking right now. So let's try to duplicate this one, and that could be our one more position for this animation. Right, this, let's try to select the shape and try to have this one somewhere here, and let's try to duplicate this one more time, and that could be somewhere here. All right, so let's go and try to select these 3 frames together and align them horizontally. And what I want to do, I'll go and try to create these as a component set. All right, I'll try to create the component set from here, and the component set is done. So by clicking on Shift E, I would like to animate here, and that animation can be somewhere around after delay. I want to move from here to here, and after a delay for this one too, and that could be my smart animate. And for this one also I want to have it as a smart animate. All right, so let's have the component as circular animation. That looks okay. And now let's try to have this one here under this frame. And for this one also, I want to have that same element here too. And the same way I want to have this element too on the top of this one. And the same way I want to go back and track this after a delay. All right, so that element will come on this stage. Let's go and try to have a preview here, and we have the instance of this component. All right, so let's go and try to preview this one, and you see this, right? This is actually started animating. And let me go and try to have the logo that is like that actually adds this empty placeholder field. All right, so I have that in other file. I'm just copying and pasting that item. Yeah, this is our Figma logo, just to showcase that I have done in Figma. All right, so this is the logo here, and I'll just preview one more time. You see that is actually animating, and we have the Figma logo here, and let's try to reduce its size somewhere around smaller. All right, let's go and try to center line this one, and this is our one component ready. And let's try to have one more component what we had here. All right, so that is like breathing element.